Hello and welcome to welcome to Nothing Important. We're playing Is This Canon? Today's character is Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
The world's first.
I wonder
About
I
a
also
woman?
wonder.
about that woman.
Wow.
I need to think about this one now. Jeremy, go first.
Joe, what do you know about Wonder Woman?
Okay, so she was born on that island,
Uh-huh.
trained by that other Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's close enough, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Hippolyta.
huh?
Hippolyta.
Is that what her name is?
Yes.
Okay.
Her mom.
Yes. Yeah. Oh wait, is that like her actual mom?
Yeah.
Well,
What-
she was. Sometimes she was born. Sometimes she was made out of clay.
All right then. Here we go. Right, and then she comes to America
hmm
on a boat.
On an invisible jet plane.
Oh,
Yeah, she has an invisible jet plane.
okay. Right. Because they have like the technology.
But she can also fly.
Fly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's a crazy
she-
set of circumstances.
Right. Then she meets with Superman,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he's like, "You're like me, but also not."
Yes.
And
And
that's
she
all
joins the Just Ice League.
Right. And then here we are.
Jeremy?
Here we
Round one.
are. Are you ready, Joe?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready. For your listening pleasure, today I have for you Wonder Woman number 51 from the year 1946. This is by William Moulton Marston and
Moulton?
Yeah, Moulton. Moulton.
Moulton. Okay.
Moulton. I'm
Good
not sure how to pronounce
Lord, please.
I think it's molten.
Moulton. And H.G. Peters.
HG.
This story is called "The Purple Kiss of Death."
What's purple about it?
We'll find out.
You're gonna find out. So
In due time.
yeah, so
You're skipping ahead.
So Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor, who is the American pilot who crash lands on her like magical sapphic Amazon island, and who she like fucks sometimes. She's working with him to fight some Nazis that have like escaped Nuremberg, and so they're trying to infiltrate this secret Nazi base. Where they're like trying to restore the Third Reich or make the Fourth Reich or whatever it is Nazis do, and so they're flying in Diana's invisible jet to sneak past their defenses, but the Nazis have special radar that picks up the invisible jet, and so the Nazis set up a trap and they capture them, and so Steve and Diana wake up. Bound and gagged in this base BDSM style, and we're introduced to the evil Baroness von Stryker, who's an evil Nazi scientist, and she explains how she made this poisonous purple lipstick that kills people with a kiss, and so she goes over and she kisses Steve. And so, you're like, oh no, he's dead. What is Wonder Woman going to do? And then the Baroness comes over, and she kisses Diana on the lips, and
Gross.
yes.
Cooties.
So we're all like, oh no, Diana is gonna die too. But she's like, oh, I'm actually an Amazon, so I'm immune to your poison. And she breaks out of her restraints, and she uses her lasso of truth and ties up the Baroness, and she's like, tell me how to cure Steve right now. So she tells her how to cure Steve, and then they tie up the Baroness and they put the ball gag in her mouth and everything, and then they leave the base while it explodes and kills everyone inside of it.
Yikes.
So that's the story. This is like a fairly standard issue of Wonder Woman for the time, except for the same-sex kiss in there, which it ruffled a lot of feathers at the publisher. So, a little background about William Moulton Marston, Wonder Woman's creator. He's kind of a freak.
Cool.
He was.
That's an understatement.
He invented the polygraph.
The same guy?
Yes.
I forgot about that.
He invented
What?
him and his wife invented the polygraph.
Holy shit.
He was also like a really like extreme feminist who believed that men are naturally subservient to women, and like bondage is like a natural form of like power play and stuff. He's like very like kink at pride type of guy. He's just like tie everybody up, be a leather daddy in public. I don't like live your truth.
I respect it.
Yeah. And so like
What a guy.
he got away with a lot of like risque content in Wonder Woman, like the bondage stuff. Because he was good friends with the publisher Sheldon Mayer, and so he was like given a little bit of leeway. However, Sheldon Mayer passes away in 1945, and Marston did not get along with the new publisher, Tex Bradley. Tex Bradley was like big homophobe. No more sex. I don't even look at my own penis in the mirror.
Only gay people have sex.
Yeah, sex is for gay people. My wife and I don't even look at each other. And so another like little history thing. Back at this time, like the comic book industry is still fairly new, and they're like working on a lot of the kinks.
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended, big time. And so they didn't really have like editors the way that they have now. Like there's no real like chain of editorial to like pass scripts and art through before it gets to the publisher. Before it gets ready to go to press. So sometimes it would slip by everybody, and the higher ups wouldn't even see it until the like press time, and it's about to be printed, and you can't really do anything now because you've bought all this ink and equipment, and you would lose a ton of money if you have to delay it now, and you have to like pulp whatever was printed already. And that's what happened here. Nobody at DC really knew that this was going on until it was printed, and so they like destroyed as many copies as they could. It's hard to find and
Of this specific book.
issue because two ladies kiss in it. It's a kiss that's supposed to commit a murder, but it's still a kiss. And so suffice to say, Tex Bradley loses it over this, and he fires Marston from Wonder Woman. Marston then responds with, "You can't fire me because I created Wonder Woman and I own her, so I'm just going to take her to a new publisher." We learned that Marston and Sheldon Mayer had made a handshake deal about the ownership of the character, that Marston owned her and that DC was just publishing her. But nothing was ever put in writing. And now Mayer is dead, and there's no record of this agreement except for what Marston is saying. And Bradley is arguing because Marston never filed an actual trademark for Wonder Woman or any of the characters involved, DC owns the characters and like the entire IP, which then leads to a decade-long legal dispute between Marston and DC, which only ends in 1956 when Marston dies. And there's some people who speculate that the stress from this lawsuit, on top of Marston's wife and their girlfriend, he was in a throuple. Him and his wife were in a throuple with one of his students at the college he taught at. His wife and their girlfriend leave him around this time, and so the stress from the lawsuit and like this huge personal loss aggravates an at this time unknown heart condition that he had, which then leads to a massive heart attack and he drops dead. And so there's no proof that this killed him, but there's some people who think it did, and it's a bit of an urban legend because he dies and then his wife and like his estate, they're like, yeah, we don't really give a shit. You guys can have the character and whatever. So that's that.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
a roller coaster.
Isn't
That was-
wild.
That was a great backstory in history.
Thank you.
I'm not applauding that.
applauding it.
A man is dead.
People die every day.
Yeah. He's been dead for
But
almost 70 years.
One day I'll be dead.
but he left a legacy.
Stop.
He had a huge legacy. He created Wonder Woman. He created the polygraph. He
Yeah.
taught a lot of people about bondage. He was
Yeah.
definitely a lot of young lesbians like sexual awakenings.
He had a bunch of three-ways.
Yeah. A hero.
What a guy.
What
An
an
icon.
What an I was gonna say. What an icon.
Luke Evans played him in a movie?
Luke Evans played him in a movie.
What?
We can all hope
Luke
to
Evans
be.
played him in a movie.
We can all hope to be like him one day.
Yeah.
What are your fucking questions?
All right. Fucking question
Who
number
played
one.
the woman in that movie? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
No more questions.
Wow.
Wow, you rest your case.
Very
That
simple.
was that was
Whoever
very
you would rest your case.
that was a very straightforward
A
comment.
man is dead. Very straightforward.
Yeah.
Two women kiss and a man died.
Yeah.
Isn't that just what happens when
That's-
two women kiss?
That sounds like
Men
a regular
die.
Tuesday to me.
Two women kiss and a man dies.
The Republicans were right.
This is the future liberals want.
Well, fuck. I guess it's my turn.
Very good.
It's like a Fox headline.
Two women kiss and a man dies.
More at 11.
Carlson
like
is
a
going
Carlson.
nuts. That's the chyron as it scrolls across the bottom of the screen.
Oh my god.
These women are kissing,
Kissing?
and they don't even care that a man is dead. You should blow up a children's hospital.
Two women are kissing as they stand on his corpse.
Let's say hypothetically, two women kiss and it kills a man with a massive heart attack. Should we allow lesbian to be legal? I would argue no. Morally and ethically, no.
Thank you, Ben.
Christ.
Morally and ethically.
Wow, those are two different things.
Wow.
Wow.
Round two. Fight.
Keeping in step with the politics of Wonder Woman, I picked the special Dennis O'Neil and Samuel Delaney
Dennis.
women's lib issue.
Great.
Well, Samuel Delaney only wrote, I think, the Justice League one, but
When is it from?
it's from 1968.
All right.
It's
Good year.
It's October of 1968. They can't
That's when
all
I was
be good
born.
years, Joe. to December 1972.
Did you say that was the year you were born?
Yeah.
You're a fucking moron.
He's dying. He's turning this slurry as we speak.
All right. All right.
All right. This is, so around this time, the women's lib movement is going down, and DC is like, "Hey, Wonder Woman is one of our best sellers, women. Why don't we fuck that up? let's
you
do
do.
something to change
As
that."
you do.
So they decide to strip Diana of her powers and give her and just stick with her alter ego, Diana Prince.
Uh-huh.
Where well, we'll get into it, but she eventually just becomes a fashion icon
Okay.
who does not support the workers' movement.
Oh.
It's a real give it a take. Like she's
Feminism.
she's she's serving looks, but she's also like crushing unions.
Honestly, slay.
I liked it better when she was Rosie the Riveter.
This is a mixed bag because it's Denny O'Neil, who's usually pretty progressive, especially for his time in like the 60s and 70s. He's the guy who wrote the whole Green Lantern, Green Arrow storyline, where it's just Green Arrow being like, "Stop being a fucking conservative, you meathead."
Yeah, you fucking pig. You fucking space cop, you.
So let's get into it because this is going to be a little bit. So buckle up. So
I'm buckled.
So issue 1, you're going to see a theme going on with these issues of Wonder Woman kind of taking a backseat to men in her life. Stop it.
He's buckling up.
Buckling in.
You're too buckled. You're not
You can
gonna
never be too buckled.
you're not gonna be able to enjoy the ride.
Is what I would say if I was fucking Ralph Nader, but I'm not. Seatbelts are fucking.
Oh, no.
Do what you want.
Okay, and moving on. I'm gonna move away from that. So issue 1, Wonder Woman's rival. Steve Trevor is arrested in a hippie club for a crime he didn't commit.
A hippie club.
What is that?
This is a club where hippies, congregate.
That's just like an open field.
That's just Woodstock.
Yeah, that's Woodstock. That's a mud puddle.
It's indoors Woodstock. It's like
no.
it's like
Woodstock 3.
it's like where Austin Powers would hang out.
No, that's a mod club.
Yeah. So, naturally, it's up to Diana Prince, a.k.a. Wonder Woman,
To serve looks.
Yeah.
to serve looks.
Serve looks and
After-
stop crooks.
After a glamorous makeover, of course, to
And
go
read
undercover
books.
in this den of filthy hippies to clear his name. You following so far?
Yeah.
Filthy hippies.
Unwashed masses.
She quickly finds a woman with an alibi for Steve, but is attacked by the true killer, Roger Seeley, who framed Steve Trevor. Don't ask
The
me
mattress
why.
guy.
Yeah, don't ask me why. You'll be wasting a question.
The mattress guy? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Roger Seeley.
I'm gonna. Oh my god! I
Seeley
just got
certified.
Yeah.
It. I just got it. Fuck. God damn it. So she easily.
He's in this.
So easily, she defeats this fool,
Uh-huh.
like the girl boss she is,
Mm-hmm.
and Trevor is released from prison.
Trevor.
While on a date with Wonder Woman, Steve, like a dick, because he is one, not knowing that they're the same person, talks about how amazing Diana is now that she's hot.
What an idiot.
And
What an
a
absolute
fool.
idiot.
She's not as frumpy as he originally thought she may be.
Oh my
So,
God.
so maybe she is worthy of his sexual prowess.
No, you see, this guy's on a date with Wonder Woman, and he's talking about someone else, even though they are the same person. What kind of fucking date is this?
He's an idiot.
It's like you're on a date with someone. And you're like, oh yeah, you know her. Whoa. Wow.
Feeling jealous over this, Wonder Woman feels like, hey,
She
can I be jealous of myself? That's a little weird. So she decides it's time for some change.
Oh no.
Issue 2, Wonder Woman's last battle.
Oh, this is like a whole series of issues.
Yes.
Way to go.
Way to go.
Don't worry, it's only 4
Just
issues.
fucking couldn't pick one, could you?
It's a run. What do you want from me? All right, issue 2, Wonder Woman's last battle. Steve Trevor is on the run for treason. But don't worry,
What kind of treason?
it's just a ruse. Set up by his commanding officer for Steve to infiltrate the evil Dr. Cyber's criminal empire.
Dr. Cyber.
Diana, not knowing what the plan is, finds out about it on the news. So she says, I need to go save Steve. But
Oh, God.
there's no time to help because the Amazons are telepathically summoning her to return home to Themyscira. Her mother reveals that after 10,000 years on Earth,
She's finally free.
Yeah.
they're
Exactly where all of our brains went
Put
in
Rita
the
Repulsa
exact
up,
moment.
please.
Put the Rita Repulsa.
Time to conquer Earth.
Their magic is drained and they have to return to another dimension to recharge.
Oh, like the elves in Lord of the Rings.
There's a lot happening.
I
in
got
this
a
story.
lot to get through here. There's way too much going on.
Why did you pick this?
I thought it would be faster. I'm not gonna lie. So Diana,
It's 4 fucking issues.
Diana doesn't want to go with them, so she gives up her powers and all of her weapons and is cleansed.
Okay.
And because she doesn't want to leave Steve behind. So she gets an apartment and opens her own clothing store when she comes across a blind Asian man named I Ching, who reveals he knows her secret identity and wants to help her hunt down Dr. Cyber to seek revenge for the death of the monks in his monastery. As they're training, Steve...
Wait, say those words again. Say the last thing again because you were wheezing.
I got like
before
3 of those words.
Goes to the monastery.
I Ching wants revenge against Dr. Cyber for killing all the monks in his monastery.
Okay.
Because they had a substantial amount of wealth that they wanted. And, so they killed them. And now he's pissed. So he's going to train Wonder Woman to be strong again.
Is I Ching the physical embodiment of the I Ching? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
That's a good question.
I know, that's why I asked it.
He only lasts these couple of issues. You're going to see why it doesn't matter soon. Don't worry.
All right.
So as they're training, Steve stumbles into his dojo with a gunshot wound and reveals
Steve.
Dr. Cyber's plan to kill all of Congress by mailing them bombs that look like toys.
When did the toy man
Why?
get here?
I fucking
The
love
toy
that.
man.
I'm gonna mail bombs to Congress.
Yeah.
Shit.
So they get him to a hospital, but the issue ends with them being stalked by a mysterious figure.
Ooh.
Issue 3, A Death for Diana. Steve Trevor dies.
Oh no.
Great.
Spoilers.
Sad.
Don't worry, we'll get there. Diana and I Ching discover that their stalker is a detective named Tim Trench. He's also looking for Dr. Cyber for killing his partner. Because they just gets around, so they team up. They're all immediately attacked by Dr. Cyber's agents, who are all women, by the way.
Scandalous.
They manage to survive and agree to...
Scandalous.
Dr. Cyber this is a very progressive, forward-thinking individual.
Yeah.
He's trying to blow up Congress. He employs women. We stand.
Diane, they manage to survive and agree to work together. Diana's trapped. She escapes. Steve Trevor's kidnapped from the hospital and held hostage. They go to save him. They find him. They free him. It's a trap.
The trap.
Steve is shot in the back and killed.
Yeah.
Again?
Yes.
Poor
Tim is
fucking
kidnapped.
guy.
I Ching hypnotizes one of the agents to reveal where he was taken. And it's revealed Dr. Cyber
Mm-hmm.
is a woman.
Wait, was Dr. Cyber wearing a mask this whole time?
I guess they just hadn't seen her up to this point.
Oh.
She's kind of in shadows, and Tim is the first one to see who she is.
Wow,
Around
I'd
this
love
time,
to see women supporting women. Like this.
I agree.
Women doctors?
Progressive.
I can't operate on this man. He is my son. So around this time, Diana's also kicked out of the Justice League for not having powers.
Good.
Which is ironic because Batman and Green Arrow are on the same
exactly.
fucking team.
Yeah,
but they're
fucking
like,
power.
Yeah, but they're rich.
Yeah, is she rich? I don't think so.
I mean, she's a princess.
Princess of what?
I feel like she's
a tiny
rich.
island.
I feel like she's rich.
All right, final issue. Let's get into this. The Grand Caper. Diana is homeless.
See? Not rich. I rest my case.
See, this is way later. This is around the final issue of it because we went through all the Dr. Cyber stuff. I Ching's daughter betrays him and joins Dr. Cyber because
Oh my god.
all these other reasons. A bunch of shit happens. So Diana's homeless. She lost her boutique. She lives with her former assistant Kathy after saving her from some men who tried to feed her to wolves.
Okay.
I feel like that's the more important story that we should be covering, but I guess that's just me.
So you're going to see the reason why this is called the Grandy Caper is because she works for Mr. Grandy, who owns a department store. He makes her their spokeswoman.
Is this just Macy's? Are we just doing Macy's right now?
I believe so, honest.
Okay.
So she becomes the spokeswoman for Grandy's department store, getting paid big bucks, the moolah. The finger thing means the taxes. For appearing in ads for him, okay? She's the symbol of the new liberated, wake the fuck up, liberated woman.
He's awake. His eyes are open.
They're like just turning over, don't worry. But
I'm gasping. I've been gasping this whole time.
turns out he's not really a feminist.
Oh my god.
Oh no! What a
man exploiting
fucking
woman for, oh god, I knocked my microphone.
what a
Is
fucking phony!
An anti-feminist?
He's
Is he an incel?
he's the worst thing you can be. A capitalist.
That's worse.
He's exploiting Diana for a progressive image while using sweatshop labor and paying his employees below minimum wage.
Holy shit!
Wait a minute. He pays his workers?
Whoa!
Barely.
Yeah, but still something. I feel like there's worse that we could be doing.
You're going to get the conflict here. Don't worry.
Way worse.
Does
So-
he pay them in Grandy bucks?
He has them live in shanty towns outside the store.
That's close enough. All right, this is a bad guy.
So Kathy confronts Diana and is like, hey, this guy's exploiting us. We should do something. And she begs her to join one of the union meetings so Diana can be like a symbol. She's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's Rose of the River.
So Diana tells her straight up, I'm not interested in joining your little movement. And, quote, in most cases, I don't even like women.
What the fuck is going on?
Coming from
here,
a woman
Jake?
who was raised on an island
Of women.
of
Only women.
Only women.
You know how women are. They're so catty.
What the fuck is going on here? Jake?
Kat's going to have so much fun editing this.
There's a lot happening here. A lot
At the
to
meetup, Mr. Grandy has sent hired goons to break it up.
Goons.
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 Pinkertons?
Hired goons.
Oh no, not the Pinkertons.
They're coming in with fucking like 2x4s with nails in
Yeah.
it, and bats and lead pipes and blackjacks.
See, we can't break up strikes like we used to, but we can tell them a long, meandering story.
I don't, Jake. We don't have time. Just brain.
We don't have
My
time for the
brain.
onion on the belt.
My mind.
Not enough time. Maybe another time, son.
But back then, Nichols had pictures of bumblebees on them.
I know. I know, Gramps.
Give me 5 bees for a quarter, we used to say. Fine. So Grandy has them break up the meeting. They kidnap Kathy, because why not? Wonder Woman stops them and saves the day. And she just goes and punches the fuck out of Mr. Grandy.
Good.
You know?
Awesome.
Diana's proud of herself for stopping Mr. Grandy, but a different feminist group, all black this time, so barge in and tell her she fucked up because at least before women were able to work, now all those women are unemployed because of her. A moral quandary. Should women be forced to work for subhuman wages, or should they, is it better than nothing? What will Diana do about this? Nothing, because in the next issue, her and I Ching are shot by a sniper that kills him and shoots her out of a window and erases her memory. The end.
Shit. The end. What the fuck?
There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, man. I don't even know where to start.
They should be teaching this story in college. You could write a whole paper on everything going on
I
here.
fucking did.
This is from 1968.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Dennis O'Neil, it should be noted, is very embarrassed of this story. Or
Why?
was when he was alive.
Why?
Rip.
Because he thought it was embarrassing and stupid and a bad representation of women's issues.
Yes.
Agreed. Anything else?
At least he's mature enough to admit that he did a big fuck with this.
All right, Jake. 3 questions. What is the name of the villain?
Dr. Cyber.
Right. And that's it.
3 questions, 1 question.
You decide.
Final round. Fight.
Joe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
For the Empress of the Silver Snake.
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound fucking rad?
Oh, yeah.
He had to set up for this one.
Silver Snake.
It's a 2-issue story.
Silver Snake.
We got
is
Wonder
there.
Woman 252 and 253. We're in 1978.
Damn.
Put yourself there in the 70s, the late 70s.
I'm there.
That's where Joe's mind always is.
I'm
Look
there.
at him.
This was written by Jack Harris with art by Jose Delbo and Joe Giello? Giella. I don't know.
I'm there, man.
We begin with Wonder Woman
I
in
fucking-
space.
Ooh.
She's
That's
currently
not-
lassoing a falling space capsule, rocketing to Earth.
Okay.
We have a dialogue box that says, Houston reported no problems for this flight. And yet there's a problem.
Houston.
What do they know?
Yeah.
So she uses her lasso, saves the capsule, brings it back down to NASA, and she takes the pilot or the astronaut, whatever you want to call him, out of the capsule and trying to make sure he's okay. And all he says is, "I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one she wanted." And then he passes out. And so she's like, "That's ominous." And she takes him to NASA to be, checked out.
A mystery.
A mystery and an enigma.
Does he die?
No, he's just unconscious.
Okay.
He'll be fine.
People don't die in comic books.
So then we see Wonder Woman go into her civilian identity of Diana Prince because she's in astronaut training now. She always wanted to be an astronaut, you see. So she's trained to be an astronaut.
Is Diana Prince like her actual name?
What's her civilian identity?
What's her actual name?
Wonder
Diana.
Woman.
Diana.
Her real. She's.
Yeah, I don't think she has a
one
last name,
She's
right?
just Diana, Princess of Themyscira,
Gotcha.
and so she just took
Diana
the
Prince.
S off of Princess. And
Yeah.
made
Diana
her last name
Prince.
Prince.
Great.
So she's in astronaut training. Okay?
Okay.
So then we return to the astronaut who was unconscious. He sits up and he's like, "Houston, I have a problem." That's the second time we've done that joke now.
For those keeping track at home.
Put a counter up.
Next panel we see is a giant silver snake that is floating in space.
Oh, sick.
Isn't that
Okay.
cool? It's pretty fucking big. The mouth opens to reveal Astarte. Do you know what Astarte is, Joe?
No.
Astarte is the Phoenician goddess of war.
Ooh.
She is a prototype of Aphrodite.
Nice.
Wow.
Astarte.
So, these are
The Aphrodite?
Yeah,
the
the
Aphrodite.
Astarte.
Astarte.
Nice.
As played by Lisa Kudrow?
Sure. Astarte is the empress of this
What do you
silver
want about
snake.
Jake?
Lisa Kudrow played Aphrodite in the Hercules cartoon.
Oh.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Proud of her.
Okay.
Astarte is the empress of the silver snake that is floating in space.
All
That
right.
is also just her spaceship. I don't know why she's the empress of her spaceship, but she is. I'm going to describe her to you now. She's in bikini armor. She has golden skin and orange hair.
Stop!
So she comes across another astronaut, another capsule, separate from the other one.
You're
So what-
shooting dudes into
Yeah,
space
there's a
all the time.
A lot
Yeah.
of space things going on around here. So she tries to talk to the astronaut. The astronaut is just staring, dumbfounded at the fact that he's seeing a golden woman in a bikini armor coming out of a giant metal snake in space.
I've had
Yep.
that dream before.
I think I'd have the same reaction.
So he's not responding to her. She gets pretty mad. So then she has her silver snake constrict the capsule and
Wow.
crush it.
Wow. Can I buy one of those silver snakes?
No.
Oh.
So now we go back to Earth. Diana is asking her astronaut instructor about the guy that she brought in as Wonder Woman, but she gets ignored because who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Stick to your training, lady. You don't got time to be asking about this.
You're lucky enough that we let you train to be an astronaut, lady. Don't come around here asking any fucking questions.
Whoa.
Stick to your women's work, like exploring the cosmos.
So Wonder Woman decides, you know what? I better just keep an eye on this whole situation because I feel like there's more happening here than they're letting on. So the next time a shuttle gets launched into space, this is the third one now. Next time a shuttle gets launched into space, she follows after in her invisible jet plane.
Okay.
She can also go into space.
Jesus Christ.
So the Silver Snake appears yet again, and she does the whole thing again with this shuttle. The shuttle again says, Houston, I have a problem. That's number 3.
Ding.
Does she crush this guy too?
Yeah, she crushes this guy too. Wonder Woman's like, please, don't crush this guy.
Why not?
Why are you doing this?
Hey, what's the
Why
matter,
not
you?
fucking just crush the guy?
Hey, what's the matter, you? Why are you crushing my guy?
Astarte's upset. She's like, who dares tell me to stop doing what I want to do? Who
I'm trying
dare?
to crush this guy.
Who
right
dare question the Empress of the Silver Snake?
Who dares tell me not to crush guys?
So Wonder Woman reveals herself to Astarte, and Astarte is like, you are the reason I have crossed the cosmos. I've come here to destroy your evil soul, Wonder Woman.
Wow.
Wonder Woman's like, I don't know who the fuck this is.
I'm not evil. I'm not
we
evil.
met?
Who are you?
Never met, actually.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
So Wonder Woman tries to lasso her to get some answers because that's what
Yeah.
Wonder Woman does. She lassos people to get some answers.
Yeah.
She ties him up, she puts you in bondage, and then you have to tell the truth.
But Astarte resists the truth powers.
What?
Not only does she resist the truth powers, but she breaks out of the lasso
Holy
What?
fuck.
I'm gonna shit.
and then
fucking
mind
breaks.
blasts Wonder Woman.
Mind blast.
Mind
blast.
blast. It's like a green energy beam that comes out of her forehead.
Ooh. Mind crush.
That is the typical mind blast.
So Wonder Woman gets blasted by this mind blast, and she says to herself, like, you know, in thought bubble, I hope my Amazon spacesuit holds up. For context, she's just wearing her normal outfit.
All right. All right. My Amazon space.
So wait, the ancient Amazonians perfected space travel.
I'm gonna get to that, Jake. But like,
Oh,
she's wearing her like,
Christ.
you know,
Regular Wonder
bare
Woman.
legs, bare arms. It's just like the body tunic.
Yeah, it's a
type
space suit.
Yeah, that's a spacesuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Amazon spacesuit that she always wears.
If we had those, the Challenger wouldn't have exploded.
That's true.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you grieving the Challenger explosion
I
still?
just wasn't expecting a Challenger explosion.
No one ever expects a Challenger reference.
Yeah, they didn't expect it then either.
Jesus Christ.
It's morbid. I'm gonna give it to you. That was good.
Oh God.
Okay, so Wonder Woman and Astarte continue the fight. Astarte is trying to use her mind blast to drive Wonder Woman's mind out of her body.
Okay.
It's not working really well. The space shuttle that like was being constricted but wasn't fully constricted gives us our 4th Houston, we have a problem.
Ding.
Wonder Woman saves the space shuttle. Like, she abandons the whole mind blast stuff because it's not working. So she's like, you know, fuck you, fuck this nonsense. I don't know who you are. I'm gonna go leave. She grabs the space shuttle and leaves.
Okay.
Guess I'm going home.
And then Astarte like watches her save someone, and she starts having like an existential crisis. Like, but she's evil. Why would she save
Who
someone?
the fuck told her that?
She's evil, but she did a good deed. She's just like flipping the fuck out.
Who the fuck said this to a start day?
So Wonder Woman, baffled by everything that just fucking happened to her, decides to call mommy and is like, you know, I need your
Yeah.
help. So Hippolyta and a bunch of Amazon scientists arrive and, you know,
In space?
in space, begin investigating like the surrounding area of space and just like, you know, where
They're dusting for prints in space.
in space. I don't know how long it's been. Astarte's not here anymore, but they set up a giant orange metal machine.
Okay.
I don't know what it does.
You following so far?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that happens. Setting that up. They find, in their investigations around, they find Astarte. But Astarte has turned herself into lead. So she's just a statue.
What the fuck?
Probably due to like the existential crisis. So the Amazon scientists are like doing science on the lead statue.
Me, every day. I'm having an existential crisis. I turn myself into lead.
I'm doing science on the ledge here.
So again, I don't know how long it's been, But throughout this interim of them studying the lead statue Astarte and building this giant orange space machine that they never say what it does. Apparently, Hippolyta has never actually gone up to Astarte because as soon as she does, Astarte breaks out of her lead statue prison and is like, "Ah!" and is getting really fucking mad at Hippolyta. So the Amazons pull out their ray guns and begin shooting.
Stop.
And I'm talking like 1950s, like golden age sci-fi ray guns.
Like with
the
the circles.
Yeah, with little circles.
Jesus Christ.
So they pull out their ray guns and they begin shooting at Astarte, but there's no use. So Astarte flees again for now. I don't know why, because she was clearly winning, but flees again. Wonder Woman asks Hippolyta for answers, because clearly Astarte knows Hippolyta, knows Wonder Woman, something's going on. Hippolyta's like dodging the questions, like, I don't
they
know
were
anything.
lovers.
I don't know anything about this,
They were
Diana.
married.
They were roommates.
And they were roommates? Oh my God, they were roommates.
So Hippolyta tells all the Amazon scientists, all right, pack up the machine, pack up everything, we're out of here.
They just built it.
Wonder Woman go back to NASA. Like, it's over.
Just built it. Like a lie, I forgot about that thing.
So then we get a...
Everything's happening so fast.
So then we look at Astarte, who has been like fleeing, and she's like, Wonder Woman must have faked being good before. She's clearly evil. Still evil.
This lady needs therapy.
So now she goes back to like orbit around Earth and shoots an orbital I-beam laser down at NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You still with me?
Yeah.
And disrupts Wonder Woman's training session. She's in that machine, like, you know, where like it spins you around real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The orbital eye laser shoots down through the building to that machine, causing an accident, causing Wonder Woman to crash. But it's okay. She's Wonder Woman. She can't die.
Okay, so she's fine.
She's fine. But, you know, a little myth that her training was disturbed.
I'm perturbed.
You are right. This woman does need therapy. She will do. she'll shoot an orbital optic I-beam whatever at NASA and cause an accident just to avoid going to therapy. She will turn herself into lead and break out and fight Amazons in space to avoid going to therapy.
I think we've all been there.
So Wonder Woman, miffed, goes back into space and summons the Amazonian Space Armada.
The who?
The Amazonian Space Armada.
Oh, of course.
The ASA.
The ASA. And let me tell you, Joe, these
It's ASA.
spaceships looked like Star Destroyers from Star Wars. They looked like Klingon warships. Like we're
Yeah.
just pulling from everything. And like they're like huge actual space ships
Okay.
that the Amazons just have.
Great.
Why aren't they invisible?
I don't know. Why aren't they invisible?
Only the plane is invisible.
Only the fighter jet is invisible.
That makes sense. No, yeah. What a ridiculous question.
So
Yeah,
the
that was
Amazons
stupid.
charge Astarte and her silver snake, but Astarte is very clever and knows the enemy.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'll tell you. She uses her eye beams to melt the bracelets off the Amazons, which I don't know if you know this, but the bracelets give them their Amazonian powers.
No, I didn't
So without
know
their
that.
bracelets, they have no powers.
They can't fly the ship.
What the fuck is the point?
There is no point.
Wow.
Sometimes she'll melt the bracelets together, like welding them, which does the whole bondage thing, making them powerless. Sometimes she'll melt them so much that the bracelets break, which sends them into a feral rage for some reason.
Wow.
You got to accessorize.
Yeah.
Just gotta...
Keeps their like Amazonian warrior urges at bay.
So once she's done a lot of that damage, Astarte goes right for Hippolyta and threatens to destroy the magic girdle that she wears that gives all the Amazons their strength.
Not the girdle.
The magic girdle is
Girdle.
linked to the bracelets, which just powers every Amazon.
Oh, then I'm gonna have to suck it in for the rest of the day.
So Wonder Woman, watching all this, demands that Hippolyta finally tell us the truth. She's not even like trying to save her mother. She's just like, tell us the truth, goddammit. Like, what is going on so we can help? And Hippolyta reveals that Astarte is
Her wife.
her sister.
Whoa! Dun dun dun!
Hippolyta then tells us a tragic backstory, even though she's being crushed by Astarte right now. It's fine. Astarte was slain by Hercules.
Man, who wouldn't
Heracles.
wanna?
Whatever.
wouldn't want to what, Joe? Be slain by Hercules or be crushed by Astarte?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
By Hercules. Slain by Hercules, but her soul survived and fled her body and fled into space, where
on.
it collided with an asteroid made entirely of gold and silver.
Hold on. Did they have souls here?
Yes.
This is the plot of Cooler's Revenge.
Her soul collided with the asteroid of gold and silver. She formed a new body out of gold and formed the silver snake out of silver.
Now she's immortal.
Now she's an immortal golden statue lady with a silver snake.
Wasn't she
golden
already
god.
immortal?
Wow.
Whatever. Now she's double immortal.
She's double immortal. You can never have too much immortality.
Really, it's so funny.
She lives
I'm
for
double
two.
immortal.
She lives for 2 forevers.
I double bagged it.
2 forevers. An 8 ever, if you will.
She rebrands herself as Astarte, Empress of the Silver Snake. Why? Because it's fucking awesome. So Astarte can't actually set foot on Earth for cosmic reasons.
Right.
So she's real mad about that. So the whole reason she thought Wonder Woman was evil is because she actually looks like Wonder Woman. So she thinks that Wonder Woman stole her body, which is why she's trapped in the golden body. She has no recollection of being slain by Hercules, apparently. So Hippolyta explains, "That's not true, sister. I made Diana out of clay in your image because I missed you because you died." And Astarte is like, "Oh my god, I died?
Touching.
I'm dead
I'm
right
dead?
now.
Oh my god." And then she realizes that she died, and so she moves on, and she abandons the golden body and moves on to the next world. And then we see Diana
Tartarus.
Then we see Diana and Hippolyta watch this happen, and the final line is, "The airless silence of space closes around them, and these two warriors stare wordless beyond their awesome vision and ponder the infinite."
Wow.
Wow.
The end. I'll take your questions now.
I love Hippolyta. She really girl boss, gaslighted, gatekeep.
Yeah.
I actually have a few of my own questions. I'm not gonna lie.
What a story, am I right?
All right, Jake. Ask your 3 questions.
God, ask your fucking questions.
Okay. God, that was a lot,
He's
Jesse.
gonna ask him to repeat her name 30 times.
No, I got all their names. I got all their
Do
names.
it right now. What are their names?
Joe loves when I tell a story.
Yeah. We got
How many issues was this?
2.
Shut the fuck up.
We got Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman. We got Hypoxia.
Yeah.
All right,
And we got
rule of 3.
Estrada.
Eric Estrada.
Very good.
Empress of the
Chips. Wow.
Empress of the Chrome Cobra.
We got Silver Snake.
Yes.
Yeah. We got Charles right? Okay.
Just.
Charles.
Charles.
All right, let's do this. Come on.
All right. Jesse.
Yes.
This is from 1978.
1978, I believe. Yes.
Disco era.
Disco era.
Disco era, back when I was working in the paint store.
78.
Disco Stew likes disco music. These trends continue. Hey.
Stu, you should buy that.
Disco Stew doesn't advertise.
All right. Yeah, Jesse, I've not a lot of questions about that.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I have questions.
All right, Jake,
Ask
go
your question.
Why did
go ahead.
Hercules kill her sister?
That's a good question that they never explained.
God damn it. Oh my
It's
god.
literally just a panel of Hercules sticking his sword in Astarte. While Hippolyta's like, "Oh no!"
What the fuck?
Hercules in DC is kind of a dick. He kind of just is like stabbing women.
So that happens.
He stabs them with the sword, or he stabs them with his penis.
The original Jack the Ripper.
What else?
Okay. I think I'm.
Why did they build this thing and then just disassemble it and bring it
You
back?
can go
here?
ahead.
Great question.
All right, I'm done. I'm enough. Hey, guess.
Jeremy, questions?
What do you think the orange thing was for?
I have no fucking idea.
You had
And
to
that
guess.
puzzles me more. Like, it genuinely upsets me that, like, it was huge, dude.
Wow.
Like, they're standing in front of it. It's like the size of a skyscraper.
Why did they?
It's like bright orange. It looks like a giant hourglass.
What?
I don't know what it was for.
Why?
I don't know how long they were there to build it.
Fuck.
Oh my god, this might be holy shit.
Why do they have ray guns?
I was just about to ask that one. Why do they have fucking leotards as spacesuits, but then they have sci-fi space guns?
Why do they have a space armada?
Jesse.
I don't think I feel like Jack Harris can't. I don't know anything about this guy. I feel like he came in on these two issues not knowing a single fucking thing about Wonder Woman and just went with it.
Oh my god.
All right.
Guess who the fuck is lying, please, so I can
Alright.
go home.
Jeremy's was the kiss.
Yeah.
That was good. Jake's was wow, and Jesse's is space.
Space.
This is a space. All right.
Kiss, wow, space. That sounds like a
Kiss.
Carly Rae Jepsen song.
Jake, what was the what was the plot of yours again? Really fast.
Union busting.
Union busting.
Oh
one
yeah,
was where
yeah.
Diana loses their powers.
Right.
And
Who was the villain in that story? again?
Dr. Cyber.
Dr. Cyber.
And,
The woman.
Right.
And
Her
and
sister.
Wonder Woman also took second billing to I Ching.
We actually all had women villains.
We did.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, because you can have it's easy to have a woman villain for Wonder Woman because you can have two women punch each other, but it's not so great when like Superman punches a woman.
Speak for yourself.
Bad optics.
All right. It's choose.
Punching Lois Lane right in her pussy.
Gross.
All right, Jake.
Cut
It's
that
time-
out.
It's time to wrap this up. It's been time to wrap this up.
It's decide time.
Yep. It's about that time of the night when Jake starts being himself. So
Yikes. The mask comes off, and you all
That's-
glimpse into what he really
that's
is.
how you know. Okay. All right.
Oh, that was instant regret. that was.
All right.
Kiss, wow, or space.
Wow, in space. Wow.
Joe's only looking at us. He's like, these are the two stupidest things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, because Jeremy's once again sounds real, which is sus, but so I might come back to him. I don't know about all that stuff. He could be making up that whole thing about the fucking polygraph, and I just wouldn't even know.
It's true. What do you know about polygraphs?
Not a whole lot.
All right, then.
You could hook me up to one right now, and it would all come back true.
That's because it's easy to beat a polygraph.
You just have to convince yourself that you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, George Costanza.
All right, Jake's with the fucking union busting.
It's very on brand for me.
Yeah, that sounds
Which
like
means it's
something
very
you wrote on the
on-brand for you to write
toilet.
it.
That's a good point.
And Jesse's
I could be lying. That's like
Jesse's
the whole point of
sounds
this game.
convoluted enough for him to have made it up, but it's so fucking long. And Jesse usually stays brief.
I don't know if
So
that's true.
I also feel like that was pretty normal size for me.
All right.
I didn't really time myself, but I feel like that was pretty on par with.
We're
Like,
poking holes
No.
in your strategy here.
No. I feel like that was longer than your average.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it was about the same.
I don't know.
No.
I'll go back and time it later.
Yeah.
I'm sure Kat's watching this. Like, shut
Yeah.
the fuck up and get to the point, you morons.
The point is space. The final frontier.
All right. I'm gonna say.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah.
The Starship Amazon.
All right. This time, drum roll. The dirty liar is Jesse.
Wrong.
Oh,
It was Jake.
Nope.
It was Jeremy.
Wow. Yep.
I made up that entire historical backstory for you.
Wow.
The polygraph one is real though.
Polygraph
It is
thing is
real.
real. The thruple is real. Him being like a freak is real.
The legal battle is
The
fake.
The
Legal
legal
battles.
battle is fake.
Okay.
I made up those two other guys.
And the story,
Wow.
like, the purple kiss is also.
Oh, that's
fake.
also fake.
The whole,
The story itself is
That's
fake.
also fake. The whole thing was fake.
the whole purple kiss story is fake.
Yeah.
Damn. I
was
wish.
I was gonna go out and look for that.
Yeah, it sounded like a
That's
good.
gonna be my
story.
first comic.
Yeah.
It's Twitter, here I come.
No, Jesse. My first comic was Ultimate Spider-Man on Free Comic Book Day.
I know, Joe. Making a joke.
Getting some lore here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
boy.
that's my backstory. Always remember.
This is going to be on the test later.
Yeah. If you remember anything about Joe, it's that his first comic book was Ultimate Spider-Man on Free Comic Book Day.
On that note,
We did it, everyone. We did it.
Louis Simos.
Hey, it's Joe. Don't follow me on anything. I'm being held hostage here by my friends. Like, comment, subscribe. Please.